Welcome back to Threshold of Revelation. This is session number 22 entitled Sunder. Last session, after moving through a large hub of shambling or assassin vines, the group then entered into a space where a strange, unique kind of undead known as Drowned were located. They weren't doing anything up until the point when someone tried to open the door that two were kind of seated next to. Then a whole fight ensued. They defeated the zombie creatures, moved down, checked around a different location, lightning traps, fun times, strange fountain that one of the creatures was drinking from, papers. Then they, instead of going down the steps, decided to check a hallway with some traps. The traps are still active, by the way. They got to the door. A weird metal man summoned out of a green flame and chased down Uther. Uther was unable to open the door, and it is now in a fight because the strange metal man has moved up to Uther, and we are engaged in combat. So, for the duration of the first round, Rolling Rock, Silas, Bodhi, Nyx are all surprised. Ezekiel, you are aware of the metal man. He ran right past you. And Uther, you're obviously aware of the dangerous situation you're in. Go ahead and get to it.
Falcon Punch inbound.
Sure, why not? Let's see. Good fight music. Rolling Rock, you're surprised, and your turn goes by. Same with you, Silas. Same with you, Bodhi. Same with you, Nyx.
I'm reacclimating to my limbs.
So we'll get to. Oh, sorry. Uther attempted to open the door. That was his initiative on 27, which is why we're cycling. So he did try something and failed.
So and then I braced for the impact.
Yeah. And then it'll go to Ezekiel.
I really want to try something, but I don't want to kill Uther by trying it.
Sure.
So I'm sorry, Uther, if this kills you.
It's fine.
I'm going to step up here and end my turn.
No action?
Dodge action, sorry.
Okay. So it'll go to the statue, and bear with me here. I'm just trying to get a cool fight music. That's really strange that that's not playing. Oh, that's really loud, okay. But that'll work.
Yeah, I heard that. It must have been.
Okay, so the statue is going to attack. It's going to use its whirl action. I need you to go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw. Uther.
16.
Okay, so you succeed. You will take 9 points of bludgeoning and slashing damage. So it's just 9 total, but it's both of those types. So if you resist either. Okay.
Does it seem like it's still moving?
So it kind of came up to you like in a quick pace during the kind of first round. And once it got to you, it just kind of spun around in a circle. And it's kind of stationary, but it does look like it's still kind of on the balls of its feet.
Okay, but I don't feel like it's going to come in with like a second swing or anything.
Correct. At the bottom of the initiative, I need...
when it is its turn, I need it to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay.
And how do I calculate saving throw for one of my runes? It's 8 plus...
What does the effect do?
If it fails the saving throw, it is charmed.
It can't be.
And... dang. I tried.
It's okay. So at the bottom of the initiative, Uther, go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw. Ezekiel, go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw with advantage.
22.
19.
All right. So the spike trap slams into like Uther's space. You're not dodging it. You are taking it. It's just you're kind of hitting it on. Like,
I'm accepting the blow. Yeah.
Right. And Uther.
I'm going with this wall.
He has the shield in front of him too, if that helps him.
Yeah, not really. You, on the other hand, since you are far enough away, you can shift. There's a position for you to exit out of. The metal thing behind you, as you kind of back away from it, you realize it kind of slides and kind of flattens against the wall as the spike trap slams into the wall, and you are being kind of caught on the side of the spike trap and pushed all the way down and kind of rolling out the side as you're kind of splayed back into kind of Ezekiel's position prone. The amount of damage was 42, so you're taking half of that, so that would be 21 points of damage, which I think knocks you unconscious, right?
Hell, actually, no. I can resist.
You did already. You haven't had a short rest since.
Yeah, we had a short rest.
We just short rested.
Just short rest before you go in. That's right. That's right. That's right. I remember after the drowned. That's right. Because he used it during the drowned fight, which was the fight that just happened. So
yeah.
Okay. So it's plus your con modifier as well, right?
Yeah, I think so. So
Okay.
15.
So you'll take
I'm at 12.
6 only. Okay, cool. So it kind of, and the creature doesn't get hit by the spikes. It just kind of seems to be pushed by some force and kind of slide backwards. And then as it kind of hits the wall, it kind of flattens. The spikes slam and then kind of go back. But you can see that there's this buffer between the spikes and the thing as it backs away. But yeah, that would be the spike. I really was hoping I could at least zero you. Uther,
would have.
you're up, and I will say up is an incorrect term. You're actually going to have to be prone in that position because Ezekiel slide, you would have splatted out onto the ground.
That's fine. I will just grab the wall
Mm-hmm.
and swing twice, and
Oh, the music already stopped.
I think I'm gonna just have to bear the fight.
Oh, and by the way, Rolling Rock, I used a lot of your hit dice because we were pretty injured when we took the short rest. So I was trying to get you healed back up.
Yeah, no problem.
The creature's still considered adjacent, right? It's not still squished in the wall.
So when it backed away, the creature kind of extended
Reforms
back
or
out.
whatever.
Yeah.
18 to hit, 16 to hit,
Both hit.
16 total piercing,
Okay.
and I will step out around the corner.
It will take an opportunity attack, of course.
Is that no?
I already used my reaction.
Did you?
Yeah, I used it to try to do the charm thing.
21 to hit.
Yeah, it's
Bam! And you're knocked prone in the same square. So he literally, like, as you're kind of getting up to attack, he knocks you right back down on the ground. I presume you crawl away now that you can't get back up.
how hard did he hit me?
Oh, damage, sorry. 6 bludgeoning. Unfortunately, pretty low.
A survivable number, and yeah, I just crawl around the wall.
Okay.
Stop!
Oh, feel good.
Rolling Rock. So you're aware that there's combat, and you're no longer surprised.
My goodness. This seems like a pretty tight quarter. I don't think I'll be able to get in there to bonk. Wait, no, this is the same initiative. So he already used his reaction to opportunity attack Uther. I could get in there, bonk him, and then step back. Supposedly, unless he's multiple reaction. Only one way to find out. So yeah, bonus action Shillelagh. I will run up. Share the space with Ezekiel.
Mm-hmm.
Attempt to smack him over the head with my crucible. 27 to hit.
6 damage.
So yeah, then the chant totem. So
6
12 total.
Okay.
And then I will step back.
He will make an opportunity attack with his blade hand.
Oh my god, he's got multiple reactions, people.
21 to hit. 12 slashing damage.
Take 12.
I think that was both hands, though. I think he's done.
Yeah. Good catch.
By the way, I still have
That was a third
control
hand.
of Rolling Rock if you want to take that away.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll get it out of there. Go ahead, Silas.
Do the same thing.
Hit, and you're no longer raging. So did you rage?
Correct, I'm not raging. No.
Okay. So 12 and 11, 23.
and then 25 and 30 out.
Yeah, they both hit. Damage is done, and you're stepping out. Cool. Bodhi.
There's a robot in there, huh?
It's kind of scary.
That's no problem. I'm a brave
You're brave.
fair fella. I'm gonna
Okay.
climb over top of these corpses. And I'll just hit it with a... Maybe with the Mind Sliver. That's always a good move.
Okay, it's immune to psychic damage. Next
Oh,
up
she is.
is...
Why shouldn't it be?
So sorry.
Where everything's immune to everything.
No,
That's
that's
where
not,
we go.
that's not true. It's just
It's a little true.
you're fighting robots, and typically they don't have brains.
I mean, that part is fair,
I
but the
definitely
other
felt
thing's
like that when
also
I played
true.
Wizard.
Yeah, it's immune. Just as a heads up, it's immune to a few damage types. This guy. So, Bodhi done. Next up.
Tell
Still
me
like him to make that intelligence save.
what does Uther look like? Is he really messed up?
He's pretty banged up, boys.
So then he would give like a side eye to Rolling Rock and to Bodhi and say, I guess I'll cleric. And I'll walk over here and I'll do
Hey, there's another effect to that
Bug
spell,
is getting
mister.
sassy.
It's
So-
not just psychic damage.
Absolutely fine. Yeah, so that effect will take precedent. I didn't save, so it's just going to be disoriented.
So 21 back to Uther.
Oh, thank gosh.
See, mine would next time. Hold on.
Man, you cleric really good.
Yeah, I'm running real low on spell slots.
Since
We need to leave.
That's it. All done.
Yep. Ezekiel.
okay, and Uther has my shield right now, so my armor class is 18.
Got
No,
it.
I had my own shield. I'm not using yours.
Oh, I thought you were using mine. My bad. Okay, gotcha.
You said, do you want to borrow my shield, and Uther had one.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, I wanted to make sure that I remembered that correctly.
Yeah.
I'm going to Giant's Might, so I don't grow any bigger, but I get the buffs.
Mm-hmm.
And would a Maleficer activate on this thing?
I don't know, maybe.
What,
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's a construct. It's a construct.
Okay. 27 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, it's 6. It's 20 or 19 damage. Whoa, brain.
Yep.
And a 12 to hit.
As you kind of slam into it, it kind of cognitively kind of looks at the weapon, kind of with no eyes or anything. It's just like a sheer kind of mirror-like face, and it brings both of its weapons up cross to catch the second attack and tosses it away. It hasn't really been doing anything actively, but this seems to have kind of caught its attention. All right. As it kind of tosses the weapon down to the side, you watch its form just become liquid and slide underneath you into the center of the room.
Good opportunity attacks.
It
Oh,
never,
it's still behind me. My bad.
yeah, it never provokes opportunity attacks for movement, anyways. Though, also, so
Gotcha.
as it kind of comes up, it's coming up with the two hands flaring out wildly, shooting across the room. Everybody within 10 feet of it needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
And feet, huh?
Hot dog.
Ooh, that's real good.
I don't add shield master this right now. I remember last time I was only in the target sleeve.
I have an advantage on things I can see, correct?
Yeah, it's a hazard. So the DC is 13. Looks like most of you got it. Ezekiel, no. Silas, yes. Uther, no. So if you failed, you're taking 33 points of slashing and bludgeoning damage, and if you passed, you're taking half as much, so 16.
Ezekiel's down.
Glad we rested.
Oh my.
After finishing that, it'll use a bonus action. You watch as the hammer kind of grows a little bit in size, and the blade hand fans open and forms a shield. Uther, are you unconscious or still conscious?
I'm done.
Death
I was
saving throw.
looking to see if there's a way out of it.
One success. Rolling rock.
So do we have 3 guys down or just 2?
2.
2.
Okay. I will.
Oh, sorry. Pre-perception check for rolling rock because you're dwarf.
That is true.
No, actually, I'm going to resist that. I get 3 per day. They recharge on a long rest.
Bunch.
Oh, cool. So 9 plus what? 12.
I was
and,
at 27. You did 30?
33.
33.
33. So
You have 3 hit points.
21.
I have 3.
Ooh.
So Rolling Rock with a perception 17, you know that this is flow steel. It's very kind of magical steel. Some of it was actually incorporated into the Lodestar. But you also know that some of it has been kind of knocked out of it, and based on like your understanding of it, it seems to be, for lack of a better terminology, bloodied. So it's not that you're not doing anything to it. You definitely feel like you're progressing in this fight well.
Just a tough bastard.
It's just a toughie.
All right. I'll turn you into a good old tea kettle once we're done here. Let me just double check my.
Oh, I missed my turn. Because
Oh.
it put me at 0.
That's right. So then Uther, you're up. Sorry.
15 and 18 to hit.
Block. It just kind of just drops down with the hammer and then shield.
Alright, yeah.
We decided we go underwater. Okay. Temple.
Rolling Rock.
All right.
Son of a bitch.
Bonus action, healing word on Ezekiel.
Okay.
I need the robot to make a strength saving throw, DC 15.
With a -1 D4, because I did something.
Roll the d4.
Hell yes.
I got a 20.
Damn it.
So 19.
He's okay. The aftershock
Son of
did
a
not affect him.
bitch. I hate this
And he's got a shield up, so my action, I will Toll the Dead instead.
Okay.
And I'll need a wisdom saving throw.
Necrotic is something that hurts it. It failed, so give me the damage.
Oh, 13 damage. Good first dice, terrible second
Neat.
dice.
That's average.
Yep.
Silas.
If I were to grapple it, would that make it to where it doesn't have the extra saving?
You literally just watched it slide underneath Ezekiel without issue.
It's the.
I get it, so if I try to hold it.
I'm not going to. I'm not going to
It's
tell
the
you anything more.
T1000. It's
You
the
do what you
T1000.
want. Do you want to
It
grapple
turned
it?
into liquid.
Okay, I'll just hit it.
Okay.
Recklessly and raging. Sorry.
12, 15. Okay. Cool. So that's 27. Okay. Silas done. Bodhi, you're up.
Oh boy. We've still got people. Everybody's on their feet right now. That's what matters. So I'm going to blast him with Eldritch Blast and skedaddle.
As you kind of and throw the blast, you actually fire the first one and it hit. It pops it. Like it's almost as if like a balloon casing around the liquid metal like detonates, kind of wrapping out and around, and this just splash of the flow steel kind of splashes about on the ground.
So he hates that.
He's dead.
Oh, thank God.
Thank God.
I was gonna run
He
down the
hates
scary
that.
hallway. I was gonna run away.
We have one current character in dying status, but I think Nick's
No,
is
I'm
gonna...
up.
Oh, okay, then we're good.
Yeah, rolling
Rolling
rock
rock
to the
killed
side.
That's right, because Uther
Refuses to die.
refuses to
Good
die.
answer.
Like
Yeah.
a real Goliath.
Okay.
Just say no.
Immediately after the fight, there's a bit of this liquid metal on the ground. Some of it kind of splashes on...
Bodhi, quickly, jar.
Jars. How many you
Jars.
want?
Scoop it. We gotta scoop it.
I got 12 jars, bub. How many you want?
How many jars of liquid metal can we
Go,
salvage?
go ahead and make a alchemist supplies check with wisdom.
Best, I guess, Bodhi, can you do that? Yeah.
18.
All right. So you managed to get 3 jars full of the flow steel.
Adding it to the list.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
Got a lot of jars of shit.
You don't know the current features of flow steel, but I'll get you the recipe.
Now we got a guy that does metal stuff.
Ezekiel's a
You
blacksmith.
said 3 jars?
Yeah.
3 jars.
Just mix all the stuff together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the best idea. That's how you
When
do
in
it.
doubt, mix
I'd
it
make
together.
big
If it
potions.
explodes, it explodes.
It's like
But-
cleaning your bathroom. Just mix all the cleaners together.
That's what I would say.
That
Yeah.
can't hurt you.
Back in high school in auto tech, we
Sometimes
had
it
like a
makes
little
cool
drain,
smoke.
and we would just dump stuff in there. And I'm pretty sure we made like some kind of horrendous thing down there because there were so many different chemicals and stuff in there.
Chemicals. This is funny to me. I don't need it to be funny to anybody
We
else.
did it.
Yeah,
Somebody left.
that's the important part, right?
Yep.
Okay, so then that's that.
That's battle.
All right, guys, we did it. Let's get
Yeah,
out of
buddy,
here.
we did.
Out of here.
Surely the exit's on the next lower floor.
Water coming in. I thought we were on the bottom already.
Right.
There's stairs over there.
Are we left or right, people, this time?
So was the only thing around that corner up there the robot?
It was just a locked door. It would have been the alternate entrance into this part of the pyramid.
Did you guys check out this little speck down here?
Yeah, that's where we got lightning bolted.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, don't go to that.
Wonderful.
That birdied a lot.
So each of the jars weighs about a pound, by the way. And I found my temporary card. Did that flip onto your thing? No, it didn't. Did it? What is going on?
What happened?
I'm trying to force you to see. Oh, there it is. Yeah, very simple. It's ingredient, provides no benefit other than use in recipes, but it is a metal, and it's one of the only metals that can't be used in generic metal recipes. So most metals you can go, I make a sword out of metal. I can use any metal to make a sword, but there's some metals, flow steel being one of them, that says it can only be used in flow steel specific recipes.
Pretty funny though.
Oh yeah, trying to make a sword out of.
It does splashing damage.
Yeah,
Oh, when could you make one of those cool like whip hammer things like in Necrom? You
That's
know,
good.
Mercury sword.
sorry,
Yeah,
mercurial sword. That is actually nobody has smithing tools and
I have
nobody has
smithing
researched.
tools.
Well, no one has researched it, but
Yeah,
yeah,
gotcha.
One of the
Oh,
things,
we got a research thing.
one of the things that a flow steel can be used for is a mercurial sword.
We're refugees from a dragon.
Is that the kind of sword that only hits when it feels like it?
No, mercurial swords have a exterior
I
that's
liked it.
made out of one metal, and then the interior is made out of flow steel.
Okay.
And so when you swing the weapon, the weight differential changes to heavy at the end, so does more
Cool.
damage.
I was
And you have a
actually doing an
pretty good
English
idea of
professor
the
thing,
temperature.
finding what the word actually means.
I mean, fair enough. I was being the dungeon master thing and telling you exactly the specifics of this. You want a nerd? You want a nerd against me? Yeah.
In this case,
does.
yes, I do. But let's go.
We
Fair
went
enough.
left every other time. Do we want to keep with the pattern and go left, or we want to go right?
I don't know, man.
Whichever way is not going to lead us into a death trap.
I mean, I'm very injured,
Ezekiel.
so anyway, is a
Maybe
death trap for
Maybe
me.
we just stay
I'll
still
just
for a while.
flip a dang old coin here.
You want to slip? Want to
Heads is
stay
left.
put?
We're going left.
All right, left it is.
If you want
Wanna
to
go
take,
down first.
well, if you want to take a second and rest again, you can. There's no rule saying you can't short rest after short resting. You can
I only
short
have
rest.
one hit dice, so it's not gonna help much.
We got to keep moving. I think we're on.
Yeah.
Could we, before we move, though, wait,
I wouldn't
wait.
mind a breather, boys.
Someone
Can
trying
we
to-
just sort of see where we are with spell slots and hit points so we could do a little spot healing?
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
like,
fine.
fine.
is
Sorcery
everyone
points,
pretty
I can-
injured?
Why is someone
Just
trying to
Ezekiel.
melt their keyboard?
Throw it at him, Cody. Throw it at him. Hit him through the camera.
I'm bleeding all over the place.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so do you guys have to Bodhi, Ruling Rock had even more spell slots? I have some healing.
I forgot
spots.
I
Yeah,
could convert sorcery points into spell slots because
It's
it's never
more
come
so-
up before, so I'm gonna do that real quick.
Do we want to focus healing on these two guys, or does everyone need a little?
I have
a little Tommy.
I have 3 spells left. I can heal myself some. And if
So
we're
you're
going to
thinking
short rest,
of-
I have hit dice left.
So Rolling Rock could do mass healing word, give a little bit to everybody. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
I can do cure wounds a 3rd level and give it to Uther again. Hope it doesn't waste it like he did that last time. 5 seconds
What's mass
later.
healing word? Is that for everybody?
I didn't die.
It's up to 6 people, so it's all of us.
Yeah, it's good. So let's do that, and then Bodhi, you could do you have any cure wounds for Bodhi? Sorry, Ezekiel.
Do the big one first.
It's not that much healing. It's just hits a lot of
It
targets.
spreads around, yeah.
Just knock it. We'll just let it
I
go.
have some trail mix I'd be willing to share.
Well, I actually rolled pretty decently. Everyone can get 7.
Beautiful. And I'll throw out my cure wounds on Uther. We'll do another 3rd level slot for 23. Okay.
5.
All right, I'm feeling good.
How's everybody looking?
I just have a scratch, not worth even worrying about.
I am very messed up.
Ezekiel's pretty messed up. How's Silas and Rolling Rock?
I'm fine.
I've had worse.
I can throw out 3 heals and I will be out of spells for the day.
Ezekiel, I'm gonna give you a couple more potions, buddy. We gotta stretch our spell slot dollar. So
Alright.
take 3 more.
And they're
And I am
2d4
out of
plus
potions.
4, or
3d4 plus 6.
okay, gotcha.
No.
2d4 plus
Isn't
2 per healing potion.
It's 2d4, so 6d4 plus 6. Sorry. Roll another 3d4.
And you need to add on the 6.
That's 19 plus
dang.
6 is
25 health.
37. I'm looking pretty peachy, especially if we take a short rest.
How good do you feel?
I'm going to use my second wind if I'm planning on taking a short rest.
Oh.
Good choice.
Yeah, if we take a short rest, I'm almost done.
And if you have any items that you want to flip around after taking the short rest, you certainly can.
I'll use my last hit die.
Yep.
And
we
now,
can-
with my full understanding of periaptive wound closure, I regain 8 hit points.
Remember, you get. I think we get +2 from field medicine and +1 from song of rest or something.
That's right.
And that tops me off perfectly.
Use my last hit die because why not?
Yeah, for the field medicine and herbal lore, you need to have spent hit dice. It's just like Song of Rest for the bard. So you don't just.
I am maxed out, boys.
Right.
Same.
I'm just down 2. I'm not going to bother using a hit die.
Cool. So left or right?
Left. Ezekiel goes down
I
first.
do like left.
Okay.
And I did flip a coin that time.
Who's going first?
Ezekiel.
Oh,
As you
good dog.
descend down and enter into the space, you would see that the first thing that you can detect is there's a skeleton sitting in a corner right down to your left. On the right side, you kind of hear a burbling sound, almost like a cat fountain, like my cat fountain. And you can see that there's like a pool of water that's kind of formed on the right side. The entire room has 2 distinct odors that kind of mesh in a weird kind of scent that you're able to kind of detect the split, almost like the scents were kind of like oil and water. In fact, they're very similar to those 2 things I've mentioned. The water smell seems to be present throughout, like you're pretty sure that this room is filled up with water before. And the burbling pond or pool there might denote as to, where that comes from. And then the second smell you smell is kind of like oil, but more like a gas that's kind of just present in the space. And as everybody else descends down, you can see that there are 2 braziers that are lit, similar to the ones from the other rooms. There is a door directly in front of you, but as Uther moves to try and, or whoever moves to try and maneuver the door, you would note that it is locked.
Uther's gained a fear of doors.
You would also note that the same thing happened with the steps behind you, You are sealed into this room so far as you can tell.
I want to check
I-
the body. Is it just like a pure skeleton, like nothing on it?
Yeah, pretty much. It
Okay.
looks like there are kind of tattered garments, but it definitely looks like the garments are kind of old and just kind of ancient in space. There's some barnacles that are kind of on the ground near it. It definitely looks like it was someone who probably kind of drowned and has been down here for a while.
Time to use the wand of secret doors, Bodhi.
Yep, did it. I'm
There
here
are-
with it.
Are no secret doors.
Second charge is used.
Could I try to identify the smell? You said it smelled like a gas.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything recognizable?
I guess the best way to describe it would be something akin to like gas stoves, so kind of like a what is it, gas stove? Methane? Is that
Natural
methane?
gas.
Yeah, that.
LP.
Yeah, and your kind of assumption is that it's coming from the sconces.
Boys, looks like we might drown here.
That'd be silly. Who would light torches if they're just gonna flood this room?
Who would light torches if they're just going to blow up the whole pyramid?
Who's gonna blow
These
up the
have been
pyramid?
real fire so far, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you remember having noted that they had kind of like a smell, a smoky smell that was similar to like gas being kind of burned off.
We try to pull on the sconces to see if anything opens up.
You gotta break the gas lines. Are these ones fixed to the wall securely like the others have been?
Very similarly, it looks like there's a number of kind of like large nails that have been kind of driven through the sconce into it.
Rolling Rock, do you notice anything about the stonework that might like have a pressure plate or something like that?
I'll take a look. Try to start feeling along the walls, looking for anything that might have indicate like
Sure.
cut stone that's been.
No roll needed. The door that you're looking at, it does look like around eye level for a person. There's on one side of where you know the median is for these doors, there appears to be a slider that would be on the opposite side to be able to open it. From what you can tell, this is like the back end of a prison door.
We're taking the right stairs next time.
Can I cast guidance into the door? Because that worked for no reason before.
Well, it had a riddle on it. This one, not so much.
The riddle just had the word guidance in it.
I mean, if you want to, you can.
I'd do it.
All the doors in this place can be opened by casting. No,
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. The door doesn't open.
The pyramid floods with water.
10
How tall are the ceilings?
feet.
Let's go back up the stairs to make sure that
You can't.
that. Okay, I was gonna say see if I can push on it. Maybe that was like a 30-minute.
So no traps, no secret doors, because the wand would have found them. Nothing about
Examine
the stone.
What about the ceiling?
Ceiling seems normal. Yeah.
Bang on the door. Hey, we're kind of stuck in here.
The door opens, and on the other
I
side,
can never hear your sound effect.
swish, whoosh, the door open, the sliding thing opens, and you see the eyes of a very tired-looking zombie-type creature looking in after you. You then see his eyes flash purple for a second, and then his head kind of loll to the side, and then kind of snap forward. And then in a really weird, watery voice that doesn't appear to be his own, it starts emanating from his throat with his mouth not moving to formulate the actual verbiage. This creature says, "I can't believe you fell for it."
Yeah.
Interesting.
I want to stick my dagger in the little slat before it closes
Before
up.
we do that, I have a
It doesn't
question.
shut.
I have
that?
a question.
It-
Go ahead.
It's not shut.
Yeah, it stays open. He slid
Okay.
it open and is
Making
talking
fun
to
of
you.
us.
It's Bodhi, can you do me a favor and slide vortex for it and put it up on the thing for a second?
All right. It's my spell, but okay.
All right. I know I'm being demanding. Sorry.
I know what I'm capable of. I can get people through that window.
That's what I was gonna ask. That's what I was gonna check.
I just want to hear this guy out first.
He says, very interesting that you would fall to it here. So you understand. I've been watching your progress. Interesting. I
We're
do.
supposed to go right.
There's no supposed to. You did what you
Oh.
did. You are where you are. I will let you
That's what I've
know
been saying.
that you're currently in one of a number of cells I have in this space. Similar to the one that I am currently bound in. You
Well,
want
you
out?
free us, we'll free you.
Very interesting that you would come to this exchange so readily, not even knowing who or what I
Yeah,
am.
let's dial it back.
I mean, we've already like dealt with a lot of stuff. I just want to get out of here. I'm not a big fan of water.
If that's the case, I will allow you exit from this space. Do not touch any of my servitors, and if they bar you from entering into a space, heed their cautionary advances and back away.
How are you doing this? Who are you? How have you not freed yourself? If you have
Unfortunately, the bodies that I have are very limited. You see, they have come into this space sheerly by accident. This
Sounds
one,
familiar.
this one that you speak to,
what fools?
was thrown off of a ship, I believe, by ne'er-do-wells who are seizing his craft. And the others in the room with you were members of his crew. I don't know the exact count of it, but at least a few years old. Not to be sure. These ones have maintained a good amount of their flesh, while maintained in this mix of brine.
Pickled, as you say.
If you wish to meet with me and free me, as your compatriot said.
Is the door open?
Not yet. I am
Okay.
more than happy to allow you access. I will let you free. But know this. If you try to test me, you will be like this one. And when I have you, there's like a snapping sound. It sounds like someone twisted the vocal cords very suddenly, like, and cracked them inside, and you just watch the zombie kind of fall limp in front of you.
That's just wasteful.
Mm-hmm.
You then watch another one come up behind it and kind of slide the door closed, the thing. And then you hear the sudden kind of groan of the door being spun.
You boys
Walk
should
through.
unionize.
You do not respect your workforce.
Looks like we're free on something, boys.
Typical boss.
Is
So
it the zombies that bar us from going places, or is it him barring us from going places?
Guessing it's him.
the
Using
zombie,
the zombies to bar us.
the zombie just opened the door to let you out.
We walk through.
Good zombie.
Is he still available to talk to?
No, this one here seems to be kind of moving in a defensive posture for this door here. This one appears to be moving in a defensive posture for this corner here. And the two on the north side seem to just be standing kind of in kind of vigilant stance and don't seem to be trying to bar you or stop you from going anywhere in particular. In fact, as you kind of approach the center of the room, Rolling Rock, this one here just kind of casually turns his hand, which is holding a rusty blade, which, again, you know where those come from, gesturing it towards the passageway to his left. So behind him to the north there.
Boys, let's go free whatever this godlike creature is.
Godlike.
Can we
You
see
really
what's
jumping
behind the
to
guy in the corner?
conclusions.
Could just
Sorry.
be a necromancer.
Hold on, Jeremy asked a question. What was that?
Can we see what is behind the one in the corner, or is it just standing in a corner?
The one that's
Oh,
standing in the corner, you can see that there's a mechanism. It looks like it's not quite a lever. It's more of like a cog with a mechanism on it to like turn it down or up.
Okay.
And based on its positioning and just kind of the rusted nature of it, your presumption is that it's some sort of mechanism to flood the chamber you were just in or unflooded. A valve shut off for that.
Silas, you should probably leave that room.
I will leave.
All right. Well, thank you, fellas. We're
They-
gonna go north.
Like the creepy ones, other than that one hand gesture towards, or the sword point gesture to the side, you don't really get much.
Oh, I'm not rude to the working man.
Smell you later.
So, Bodhi, you would know more than anyone that they're soulless. They are effectively just husks.
Doesn't mean I have to be a dick.
So are the rest of us common workers, John.
Yeah. Have you ever met a waiter?
The whole point of your guys' characters is that you have souls. And that's like all you are. Come on.
We go to work every day.
And we
might
look
literally
down our
have them.
noses.
Solidarity with the workers. Workers unite.
Yeah, we're blue collar adventurers out here.
Bullshit.
We're doing our best.
You move on, Ezekiel, and it comes to another door. This one opens up, sure enough, and
Can't
inside
wait till they eat the rich part of this campaign.
Yes, let's go.
is a staircase,
Can we form a union? in the
Hungry
conglomerate?
Jaws.
left and right.
Any zombie presents?
Nope.
Where'd I go? Oh, all right.
No, then we're not barred from exploring. What's going on in here?
The hallway this way. Also, we don't have our cool grayed out where we've explored thing.
Oh, sorry about that.
It's not a big deal. I just will get lost. Poke my head down here.
Two little hallways, and there's a door over there.
If you kind of take the passageway down here, you would see that there's a massive rent in the floor and kind of that darkness that you've seen before. Just kind of like a shallow depth to the darkness. And based on just the vibe of it, Rolling Rock and probably Uther, when he gets around to it, would kind of note that this cavity feels like it's open, like super open. Like there's a lot of depth beyond the shadow that is below you. Across the way to the south, past two of these kind of large rents in the ground, there is another drowned individual standing in front of what looks like a greenish colored liquid that's kind of filled with bones.
Is the green sugar like coil around its feet?
So it's actually on its knees, and it looks like the knees down to the ankles have been kind of melted away.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was going.
That's a
with
big
that.
nope sign if I've ever
Yeah.
seen one.
So,
What do these dragons mean?
they're just symbols on the ground.
Okay.
You do see that one is red and one is green.
Have we ever seen this before?
You've seen similar markings in the top and in a
Is it,
couple
are
of
we in like a
things, yeah.
snake temple?
Correct.
Oh yeah.
Green means go. Maybe we go right.
Yep, there's
It
a little
said the
arrow
next
up
one's
there
gonna be
pointing
right.
to the place we just came from.
Can I drop one into like a loose piece of rubble into the chasm just to see if I can hear like a where it hits the water or how long it takes?
Which one do you drop it into? The north one, or do you throw it into the south one?
I'd probably just do the one right, like the first one.
You hear it, like you hear it hit stone, maybe 50 feet down.
Okay, interesting. So the bottom doesn't seem to be flooded yet, or at least that area isn't flooded.
Right.
Don't we all have dark vision?
It's magical darkness. Sorry, it's
Oh, okay.
it's buffeting it.
And also no.
If you do kind of stare at it and kind of look at it, the magical darkness, every so often you'll see like this peak of like bright light that's almost like you're looking down into the night sky.
Nice. That's thrilling.
Bodhi,
What?
Bodhi,
What?
what do you call a fake noodle?
An
Impasta.
You got it.
This door open
I
here.
have to work on my material, he says, and he scribbles. He crosses
It
something
doesn't
out.
need to be a secret.
Damn it! Damn it!
1,000 people are talking. What was that, Brent?
Is this door open here?
Let's see. Yeah, it does.
What the hell are you?
He went back up the hallway.
Standing in the center of this room, you see a creature similar to the ones that you've seen before. However, this one has like bloated flesh. The places where you would expect like kind of muscle and possibly like bone to be seen. Instead, the flesh looks like it's filled to capacity with something, some sort of fluid probably. And yeah, its hand is kind of like loosely hanging from like a forearm that's been kind of puffed in a Popeye, like a very disgusting, realistic variation of Popeye's arm, and there's just a hand kind of dangling from the bottom of it.
Is it like
it,
look at me and tell me no?
It, unlike most of the creatures that you've seen, turns and faces in your direction. You see its eyes flare purple for a second, and then you kind of see like its eyes start shifting colors, not magically colors, like its irises change from like hazel to green to like brown and like kind of shifting in its face. Its face is where the eyes
Does
are.
it look like it's gaining that external consciousness like the other one we talked to?
No. It's standing in a very strange looking circle. Looks like a symbol of some sort.
I'll look at him like, do you know if we're supposed to go down these stairs with the red or the green dragon, or can we go past you over there?
Doesn't say anything in response. Yeah, the first one would probably be a good representation of what this guy kind of looks like. Barnacles kind of growing on one side, kind of like to a large degree. It looks corpulent, and the hands would probably be closer to the guy that you posted on the bottom there.
Okay.
It's kind of dangling off though. They don't look like they're. It looks like the whatever's inside is actually pushed the bones apart so that the skin is hanging and there's bone inside of there, but it's not connected to the rest of the arm mass.
Boys, do we want to possibly fight this thing and go past, or do we want to just take the dragon?
I don't
Red
know.
or
You want
green?
to get close to that thing. Didn't you get
Yeah.
a disease last time we touched one of those?
Still have it.
Yeah, if you
Several of you, or at least one of you, got a disease.
You betcha. And we're another hour
Blue-
in, by the way. It's just wanna
Blue
make sure.
something?
Blue rot, yeah.
if someone had that, I know I wasn't here, but I didn't know in our last short rest I would have used treat disease as a medicine skill trip if someone had that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm just finding out about it now.
No.
Okay. So what does the skill trick do specifically?
During a short or long rest, you can attend to a creature periodically throughout the rest. When the rest ends, you make a Wisdom medicine check, DC 15. If you
Did you
succeed,
gain the
cure
benefit? Did you gain the benefits of a rest?
I did.
Then you cannot have been tending to them.
Oh, I see. Okay. But you're doing that instead of spending hit dice, essentially?
Yeah.
All right, that's fair.
And you
I've
didn't.
got a few hours left before mine goes off. I think the other person beat it, right?
It's 4 hours for you,
Correct.
and then it was 1 hour for Silas.
I was immune.
I didn't get it.
Oh, that's right.
I think it was just me and Bodhi, and Bodhi ended up being immune because it only specifically targeted humanoids.
That's right. And he's a Fae.
So I've got a little under 4 hours
3
before we
hours.
need to worry about it.
3 hours.
Worst case, Ontario, I can do a lesser restoration.
3 hours. You just took a short rest.
True.
All right, boys. Well,
Lesser restoration will
I like that.
cure disease.
I'm good for now. I'm gonna climb along this wall and see what's going on.
Okay, hold on. So you're going south?
Yeah.
Okay. And Bodhi, or sorry, Nyx and Ezekiel, you're not messing with the drowned?
no.
Nope.
Maybe close that
He
door.
looks like he's gonna blow up something. So
Let him know that he's got his privacy. Close that door up for him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it closes automatically anyways, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
Once
That's
once
so
our
funny.
Spider-Man gets back, we fill in a right or a left.
Yeah, so there's a door right there that you're kind of near there.
Is it open?
Yeah, it does. Inside, you would see a new sight to behold. It looks like spider webs, but the spider webs have an almost like ethereal nature to them. They are. You've seen enough ghosts to understand. They look like they are not just present physically, but they're also present in the near ethereal, the spider webs. And there are also egg sacs, clusters of egg sacs all throughout what you can see.
I'm just gonna close that door. Step away.
No, thank you.
Hit the old dusty trail.
Oh man, this place is just a bullshit lasagna, isn't it?
You think I haven't died in the woods before?
All right.
Keep on heading south.
Okay. As you kind of make it to this wall here, the creature on the south side will start crawling in your direction, looking up at you with eyes that are also shifting colors like the one in the other room.
Are they doing the purple thing like I'm not supposed to be here, or is it?
It's a purple first. Anytime it kind of like, sees somebody, it seems like this purple sheen happens. And then now it's doing after the purple kind of gloss, it shows the eyes kind of changing color in not so much a magical way, but more in like a weird kind of strange natural way. It's almost like the fluids inside of the eyes are kind of changing or like twisting, and something inside them is oil-like.
Does this one seem like it's trying to bar me the way the other ones were, is it?
It's just crawling towards you. At this point, you don't know for sure what it's trying to do, because again, this one's legs have been taken out by the acid.
Okay, I'm gonna sidestep and go up along the ceiling.
Okay.
And just see if I can open this door.
As you move towards the door, you see it raise its hand, and a glyph kind of appears in its palm. It will then cast a spell.
Is it so?
Sorry, as you kind of move to here, it raised its hand up at you, and a glyph kind of appeared in its palm, and a spell is being cast. So if you were doing so cautiously, if you want to have done something like back away when you see it kind of taking an action.
Yeah, because I'm going to follow the rules. If it seems like it is trying to stop me as the other ones were,
okay,
then I'll stop.
You back away. Silas, you don't have Arcana. Uther, nobody has Arcana. So you just back away as it kind of raises its hand. The glyph doesn't actually appear.
That's not our bag.
A simple hand gesture of, hand probably means stop. That's fine. We'll leave it there. Okay. And for those who are familiar, it kind of looks like the old generation, this one specifically, it looks like the old generation Albinaurix from Elden Ring. Its legs are pretty much just like melted away, and it's like crawling on its front limbs.
Well, nothing cool in
we
here.
We got some stairs again. This
Normally
floor
green
was
means
easy.
go, so
Yeah.
But left has done us pretty well so far.
it got us trapped in a
No,
prison cell.
that did. Yeah, but this last floor was easy.
I'm pretty sure any stairs we chose were going to get us trapped in a prison cell.
We'll go right this time. We'll go green. We'll see what happens. We'll all see.
Well, if this is worse, I'm going to be pissed.
Going first.
If this is worse, I'll leave it. Okay, hold on a second here.
Probably should have told those folks on the boat to wait a couple hours.
We have a rowboat. We'll be fine.
I have a rowboat. I don't know. I don't know the capacity of it. I don't know if we're exiting at the surface.
Okay. So as you
flip it upside down,
descend down, I'm assuming Ezekiel goes first.
Yeah.
Typical. You would note that it wouldn't have mattered which way you chose. They both lead into the same room. However,
man.
At this point, you do realize that there is only kind of one point of exit from this space. It looks like there are a pair of double doors made of mithril directly in front of you, and all drawn throughout the doors. There's ornamentation of the serpents, similar to the ones that you saw above. On the left side, it appears to have been kind of patinaed in a way that makes the mithril sheen kind of like reddish in color, and on the right side, green. And if you push the doors open,
yeah,
you would see that there's a small chamber, an altar space. Looks like there are 4 pedestals, and on one of the pedestals is a golden dragon, very similar to the golden dragon that you saw up in the flood chamber room. On the left side and the right side, there are doors, and the altar space kind of has like a sun symbol that's been pretty kind of present throughout the space, drawn out at the top of the steps.
We want to
Alright.
open doors first.
For Ezekiel, I think it's puzzle time.
What?
You're the
Where?
only one that understands the mystery of the puzzles of this place.
Oh,
Where
I
are
just
the
take
doors?
guesses. One is right here in this corner, and one is right here beside the steps.
It's there and there, yeah.
Okay, sorry. I'll take a closer look at the pedestals and hope I don't die.
Okay.
That's all I could ever really do.
So,
It
if
has
you're
not worked.
starting with the one that has the gold dragon on it, you'll note that the pedestal itself appears to be made completely out of one block of stone. Pretty decent craftsmanship, even for the dwarf, but definitely not dwarvish. Appears to be more draconic. It has been hollowed out entirely, and some sort of mechanism has been placed on the interior. On the top of that mechanism is a stone disc. It is weighted down, and so the gold statue being placed on it seems to be kind of causing it to descend down and kind of lock into place. The other three pedestals have a similar mechanism, but it is up, as weight needs to be put on it to cause it to descend. You're not sure if it needs to be an exact weight or just any weight. That comes to be something you'll learn as we continue.
Look at all three, just push one. Right?
On the left, or on the pedestal that it's currently saddled upon, there is writing in Draconic, which I believe someone in this group speaks.
I
right?
read.
Yeah. So the name that is written underneath this is Salond. And anyone who's trained in religion would know that Salond is the all creator of dragonkind, the dragon god. The one on the
Light
right.
being talking to us.
Is it more of a Bahamut kind of dragon god or a Tiamat kind of dragon god?
If both were the same, it's more like Io.
Okay, it's like two sides of the same coin.
Yeah.
Interesting.
On the right side of this specific pedestal, there is a symbol. The symbol on the right side is a moon, a crescent moon, with a star in its center, which anyone trained in religion would know is the holy symbol of Alawain, and its specific denotation means like life. The second, or the one to the left of the dragon god, is the Atavian cross. It is pointed downwards, which is Atavius, the god of law and chaos, but in its downward position mainly refers to chaos. And then on the far left side is the symbol of Ashtar, which is a compass, kind of like a compass rose, and it's tilted in such a way that it's referring to the good aspect of Ashtar. It looks like the symbols in question can be turned on the facing. The name Salond cannot be altered in any way.
John, can you just go over one more time from left to right what the four are?
Sure. On the left side, it is Ashtar, god of good and evil, tilted in such a way that it's referential to good.
Yep.
The second one is Atavius, turned in such a way that it's referential to chaos. Salond, just the word Salond in Draconic, the runes, with the golden dragon seated on it. And then on the right side is the symbol of Alawain,
right,
in the life position, specifically not birth, not coming to reality or the realization that you're dying, and not death, which would be upside down. And then left is birth, right is understanding mortality.
Voice.
And so the Salond one is the one with the statuette on it weighing it down.
Right. And it like the last one is very big. It's probably a good 25 to or 50 or so pounds. It's sort of a heavy boy. Whatever I said the last one was.
I don't remember.
I don't
You said
either.
it was heavy.
I think
Yeah.
I think it was
take
like
your word for it.
25
50.
sounds right.
The last
25
one
sounds right.
can only be lifted if it was like twisted and lifted. Does this one look like it's?
It was locked. I remember it being locked in place.
This
There was
one
some...
does not look like there's a locking mechanism on its base. Instead, this one looks like it's free sitting on the stone.
If I remember, like the first time we came in here, we realized that this snake god or whatever was just like another culture's interpretation of Atavius.
I'm sorry. I think your wife in the background playing with your kid.
She is. She's in the Jolly Jumper.
Okay.
Oh.
She's bound.
Jelly jumper, go!
Oh. Sorry, I couldn't take you seriously for a few seconds, but I did hear everything you said, and I can now take it seriously beyond that point. Ezekiel, looks like you're moving to the door. Are you going to attempt to open it?
Yeah.
It opens. Yeah, it pushes open, and it reveals a small hallway with 4 more doors. The entirety of the right side wall is just 4 doors.
I'll let the party know that.
I'll do the left one.
Yeah, same thing, except on the opposite side. You'd also see that there's like a lot of blood on your side just splattered all over the ground.
Which side? Which side? The left side?
Yeah, the left side has blood all over it, Uther, and the right side does not have any blood.
Any specific patterning to it?
No, it looks like it almost looks like someone was shredded by like blades or spikes.
Oh shit.
The doors, do they have the slats on them?
No, none of the doors here have slats.
These aren't ones they have to hold open?
You avoided the prison part.
Okay. Like you said, there were a number of cells in here
Yeah,
somewhere.
it was like the entirety of the left side behind the spiders and below the creepy man.
Oh, sorry, just to confirm it. Like that is correct, right? The snake god was another interpretation of Atavius.
I do remember that being said when
Correct.
we entered the place.
Correct.
Yeah.
This is an Atavian temple.
Yeah, so I feel like it's the Atavian symbol. It's probably more important than the rest. Whether it's the one that needs to be like pushed down or the only one that needs to be like raised up.
Are you saying move the dragon or change? Because they all have dials. Like this one
Yeah.
can be flipped from good to evil. This one can be flipped from chaos to order.
I think we need to leave it on chaos because
Well,
I think
Good,
Snake was
evil,
more inferring of the chaos part of him.
good, evil, neutrality.
Uh,
So good, evil, neutrality, law, and chaos, and then birth, life, realizing
law
you're
and
going to die, bump, bump, bump. And then death. So it's 3, 2, no twisting, and 4 are the number of options.
does this dragon statuette have a hatch on the front like the first one did?
It does not.
I'm
Should we
afraid
try
to touch
moving
this.
the statuette and just seeing like if we get a reaction?
Yeah, if you pick up the statue, the button undepresses, so it comes up, and you have it in your hand.
Let's put on the Atavian one just to see if we get a effect.
Okay, you set it there, and you hear it lock. Like there's a... Like it sets into that position. Do you want to try anything, manipulating anything, doing anything here?
We set it to neutral.
It's, yeah, well, the Atavian cross, did you twist it?
No, it should be set to chaos, right?
Yeah, that's what it
It
started
was already
at.
set to chaos.
Yeah, so yeah, you set it, it locks.
Got it.
Do you try to turn the dial?
Is that what was locked? The dial was locked by
Yeah,
putting the weight on.
I was gonna say, if you try to move the dial on the Atavian side, it will not move now.
Oh.
So you have to rotate it and then put the.
So does the
dragon.
Salon one have options?
There are no options for it, it's just the word.
There's no options. It was just locked at the one option it was on.
Real quick, just so we have the math. The Draconic one, Salon, 1 option.
Right.
The Atavian one, 2
Two
options.
options. Chaos and law, it's set to chaos.
3 options for good and evil, and then 4 options for life and death. Do we have it?
What are the 4 options for life and death?
Birth, life,
Okay.
coming to reality, or coming to the realization that you're going to die, and death.
Okay.
Basically, baby, adult, venerable, dead.
God.
What, boys?
I don't know. I got one. Yeah, you guys get the other one.
The other what?
Do
It's
you
like
re-
the salon one. It raised up when
Yeah,
the dragon was removed.
the salon one popped, and when you put the statue onto the Atavian one, it clicked, and if you try to move the Atavian cross now, it does not move.
I'm gonna go for neutral on the first one and dragon it.
Okay, so you turn it, you grab the dragon, and you move it over and put it on. Click.
We're locked in at
But
neutral.
what you'll note is as you pull it off of the Atavian one, it
Left.
does not move. It stays down.
Neutral chaos. Oh, shit! This is gonna generate a
X
monster.
chaos.
Chaotic.
Maybe.
A chaotic neutral monster. Some sort of elf, perhaps.
Or some kind of dragon. Because we can't change that one.
Or killing some kind of death over here? Or not like some
I like the
I like
realizing
life.
mortality.
realizing mortality.
Baby.
Baby's a good answer. Baby, let's try baby.
Chaotic neutral baby dragon.
Chaotic neutral. When you move it off of the good and evil one, it does not undepress. You move it over to the life one. You set it to the left side, so the stars pointed to the left. Set it on. It depresses. Once that depresses, you hear a click, and then you hear click, 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 more like booming sounds coming from different hallways. You would hear, or you would see the doors that are behind you. So if everyone's in this space, you're in the space, but the two doors behind you slam shut.
Let's get in here.
I'm in here now. We should have chosen lawful good. Damn it.
No.
We didn't
Those guys,
understand.
those guys could be assholes.
And if you look in the hallways, you would see that on the left side, on the left side, the northmost door is open, and on the right side, the southmost door is open.
The left one was the one with the blood.
The left one.
Yes.
It's Doom rules. You want to go down the hallway with blood. It's a trick.
Which doors are open?
So they should be open now, visibly.
On the
I
right
see a shield and it looks like some kind of chain in there.
Well, we entered our combination. We might as well take it.
Yeah, we're going right or left, boys.
Did another
Yeah.
door open on the left?
Yeah, let's split the party.
I'm not going to the left, says Nyx. Sorry.
Why would you not?
Blood, the blood. Bodhi, the blood.
We
All my-
picked
all my things are in a
neutral
box
chaos,
over there.
baby.
You go and report
I'll
back. Okay.
poke my head in here.
Okay.
I'm going with Bodhi.
So up to the left is or up to the top.
Oh,
there.
I see. It's way up here.
Yeah, there are 4 doors, so it's like right below
I
that is
didn't
another,
catch it. I
and
understand
then
now.
another. Yeah.
We'll split the party, boys. So do y'all want to go left too?
Do you step in,
Wait here.
Bodhi?
Huh?
Do you step in?
Step in.
Okay, go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw. You hear a loud click.
Good. 4. Would I
Uther,
win?
you're right behind him. I'm going to go ahead and give you a similar opportunity. Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
16.
Okay. Bodhi flies forward. What do you do in response, Uther?
Grab him.
Bam! And you see that the ground slides down. Like there's a tilt to it now. And the room kind of like has like a fun room like kind of
Like a
aspect to it.
Scooby-Doo trap.
It's like a Scooby-Doo trap. The floor actually drops down, and you actually realize that the floor was always kind of like ready to drop like this, and the room has a very strange kind of feel to it. Like it looks like it's just a straight shot, but as you're looking at it more in depth, it's a trick of angles to make it look like it's more narrow than it actually is. You then see a massive spike trap slam into where Bodhi would have ended up at the end of the slide.
You had me at Fun Room. Let's go.
Oh man, that would have fucking killed me twice.
So you grab a hold of him and pull him back in.
Yeah.
Nyx
Where-
uses
where
the
exactly
opportunity to
was
say,
the
I
spike?
told you so.
No, you didn't.
Is the illusion still over the room?
Yeah, well, it's not so much a magical illusion. It's just like a physical way
Right.
that it's angled.
They painted the walls funny, so
Yeah.
your depth perception's off.
And if you kind of like, see the floor, it definitely has like a strange kind of look to it, like there's almost a sheen to it. The same thing seems to be present all around the ceiling, walls, and the like. And yeah,
I want to reach in and see if I can stick to the shiny wall.
not adhesive. You
Okay.
cannot.
Where about was the spike trap?
Oh,
At the bottom of this, at the end of this hall?
Yeah, way down there, all the way down.
Ish? Way down, okay.
Would a perception check with the eagle eyes let me have a clear mind as I see the room?
Yeah,
so is it still wacky?
It's still wacky, but you can kind of understand it a bit better. Basically, it's going to slide straight down at about 25-degree kind of slant down. And it looks like it doesn't do that, even with the trap having been activated. And then it looks like you're looking down the room, but you're actually looking down at a room. And the spike is actually hitting about 15 feet below you, but the way that the room seems to have been angled when it shifted, you're kind of able to see right down the barrel of it. And it's almost like you're looking down a hallway, but with the eagle eyes, you actually realize that it's not that. It seems to be a distortion on how that is kind of aligned compared to where you are.
I'm hearing it's time to eat some right.
We want to check out the doors on the right. I think
there's-
this room would have been more fun.
There's more space down there. Do the spikes look like an activated trap if they're going to squish you, or you just fall into them?
So if you step onto it, you'll slide straight down, and then the spikes appear to activate. Do you want to test it?
Spring at you.
Again, it only activated when Bodhi stepped, and we're at a timing when it was presumed he was going to kind of hit or get hit by the spikes. If you want to test it, you can throw stuff down there, but like you're not sure if it's activating like that or if it's more activating like most of the traps have been doing in here due to some sort of like preternatural sense of a entity that lives in triggering range.
And how far did the spikes activate? Like, what was their reach?
Oh, they slammed so it was the entire here. I'll basically from here, they came through here and slammed into that space with like a sudden kind of bam. And basically sliding down, it's the second you're on the slide, you're going down.
The spikes came from the ceiling then?
No, they came from the southern side of the room and slammed into the wall. And they were big enough to kind of encompass the entirety of the room. So you saw them fly through and hit the north wall, and you would have saw the back end of it just like you saw the other mechanisms, the spike trap mechanisms. After hitting the wall, immediately snapped back into place.
But it only covers those last 2 squares?
The last 2 squares, yeah. But everything on the way there is just a slip and slide towards that depth.
But if we set a rope, we could kind of shimmy down and see around that corner.
Could certainly try, yeah.
Do you guys want to check out the other room while we ready a rope?
I guess we split the party.
I need an anchor. Bodhi, you're not it.
Is he just gonna step into the right room?
Okay. So on the ground, as you're deciding anchors and stuff, as you kind of look into this room, you do see that there are shackles. It does look like this was some sort of prison. There are some bones that have been kind of left behind, but most of it is kind of bone dust kind of laying on the ground. There is a shield. It appears to be made out of a blackish metal. Doesn't look like it's taken to rust, even in this kind of slightly humid space that you're in.
I'll definitely pick that up.
When you do and look at it, you see that there's still a bone hand kind of holding the shield and kind of slotted inside of the brace that would kind of latch onto you when you equip it. There's a piece of paper, or parchment.
I'll take the paper out and the bone hand out.
Yeah, it just looks like there's a series of numbers that have been written down.
What are the numbers?
Bear with me. So it would be 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 3, and then 1, or sorry, 2. The combination that you just put, which would have been 2 for. My brain is trying to relay the code.
Neutral.
Yeah, 2 for neutral is what
Chaos.
and then that would be 2 for chaos, and then 1 for baby is the last one that they did.
Okay, so we know that the combos before this probably didn't work.
Yep.
They wouldn't have kept doing combos.
So 2, 2, 2, and then 2, 1, 2.
Okay, gotcha. They're skipping the salon one because it doesn't have a thing.
Right.
Gotcha. Brain works now.
And it was one more. What did I say? It was 2,
1, 3.
2,
Or
1,
one,
The one we
3.
just did, yeah.
Which one is that? 2 and what?
2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2, 2, 1 are the ones that they've done, or that they did presumably while they were still alive.
How nice is the shield work?
Looks like they did a number of the neutral ones, and presumably they didn't succeed. Good to know you're not the first people down here, though.
Hell yeah.
The shield appears to be an adamantine shield.
Definitely take that.
Wait, so they were keeping notes on their trials,
Yep.
and they left them in one of the rooms.
Well, the
He
guys
died in here.
Well,
They
this was the
died.
last. This was the last room that they tried before they died.
appear so, yeah.
Where you're standing.
Yeah,
It's a
with,
bad room, too.
with the same combination
Left
that
is
you just
seeming pretty
used.
good.
So wait, what's left? 2, 2, 4 and 2, 1, 4.
If you're going on the 2s, it would be 2, 1, 4.
Yep. Mhm.
2, 2,
4.
3.
That's right. 2, 2, 3, and 2, 2, 4.
2, 1, 4. Yeah.
So there are 3 options left.
In the neutral side, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap the rope around this door. I'm just gonna climb down that.
Okay.
You're climbing down, not holding me. You're way heavier.
So who's holding the door open? Because keep in mind, the door doesn't hold it. Oh, sorry, it does. These doors are different. My brain did a dumb. Yes, the doors remain open as long as the position is where it's at. You have to reset to open new doors.
Oh, are they still the spinny kind?
They are still spinny kind.
Okay, so it's a fixed anchor. Okay.
Yeah, you can wrap around. Yeah.
Okay.
The doors aren't going to shut for any reason, and you don't have to hold them open. Is the main thing.
Yeah,
But these shackles look.
I'll loop the rope around it and just slide down casually and look around the corner carefully.
The shackles look like they're made out of adamantine. And yeah, as you kind of look at them and approach, they look like they're just kind of laying about. There is another door on the opposite side of it, but it looks like it's shut. If you want to move over to it and try and open it, it doesn't budge. That'd be there.
I'm just gonna steady
Yeah,
the
yeah.
rope and occasionally earthquake test Uther.
Okay, so Uther, as you kind of start to climb, you can make an athletics check with disadvantage.
Could I have cast guidance? This seems like a guidance situation.
Can I not spider climb the rope?
Yeah,
I
you
can stick
can.
to,
You
I can
can.
stick to my own rope, right?
You can. I just want to make sure you understand like how you're going to be moving, and that's dependent on your athletics. Okay.
18.
So you're able to kind of finagle it. You understand the slip, so you definitely don't like rely too much on it, and you are confident enough to understand that you're going to be climbing just the rope, and your body's going to be laying on the ramp. Had you not rolled good on the athletics, you probably would have slipped a bit and realized that you're going to be crawling is the main thing. You're moving very, very slowly.
That's fine.
You descend down. The trap doesn't slam or anything. Nothing crazy happens. As you kind of get to this point and see the room, you do note that there is a small kind of area here, these 2 squares here, that are not sliding down. They're instead just kind of flat near where the sliding is, but are kind of painted in such a way that it looks like they're a part of the ramp. But again, you're looking at it with your eyes and you're kind of keenly attuned to it. And there's a bit of a landing here. There is a single bone kind of on the landing portion. And it looks like it's probably like a forearm bone, like one of these 2.
Is it a radius or an ulna?
Which one do you like
It's very
best?
important.
Which one do you like better?
Ulna's more sturdy.
That one.
Yeah.
Does it look like it just shot out of the spike trap and landed here?
Yeah, it definitely looks like Mortal Kombat, right? Like 30 ulnas flew out for some reason. The guy had 30 ulnas.
That is old Mortal Kombat.
I'm gonna reach over and touch the landing. Can I stick to it?
So it is still kind of strangely like slick, but it seems that it's flat, so you're not really able to kind of adhere to it. But gravity seems to be favorable. Your feet aren't flaring out from under you or anything.
Is there anything else about the landing that seems worthwhile?
No, it really just looks like it's a possible saving grace. Had Bodhi not been caught by you, I would have allowed Bodhi an attempt to kind of get that last attempt, because the thing down below, you can't see it from where you're at, but it's the biggest spike trap in this. It's guaranteed dead. It's
Cool.
It's 20d10 straight to the chest.
Okay, so it is just a dead end then.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll shimmy back up.
Literally a dead end. But yeah, you hook back onto the rope, climb on back up.
There's nothing down there.
All right. Well, they don't need to know that.
Totally worthwhile venture. I'll bring the bone with me.
We found a billfold. There was a billfold full of hundreds.
When you guys get back, Riziko will let you know that he found existing people's trial notes, so we know which ones presumably won't work, and an adamantine shield.
So to be sure,
All right.
213, 212, 222, 221 were the ones that were picked by whoever was the owner of the shield. The shield has no markings that are like iconically kind of noteworthy. It does look like there's like a knight's helmet kind of in profile, kind of on the shield. It looks like it was actually acid etched into the adamantine, not drawn on.
Okay, so you guys found a body and we found a body. And they tried other ones. They might have left stuff in those other rooms. We should put those codes in.
And do the code paper.
Huh.
Maybe we'll get a whole adamantine set of armor.
Not the
I'll slap that
conclusion I
baby
was
on.
coming to.
Yeah, that was not what I was thinking either.
I mean, it's
That
worth
works
a
out for me.
look. I like to see the creativity in traps, I guess.
So you guys are thinking like scavengers.
We found a full Scooby-Doo slide down there. This is wild.
Yeah.
I'll give
Alright,
Rolling Rock the ulna to investigate.
If we really do want to try the other codes, do we work backwards from the last one?
I think
do
we
we
can skip them. I'm pretty sure.
Let's
we're not
skip them.
Yeah.
Skip the codes.
Yeah. Better safe than
Skip
sorry.
the used codes. None of those are
Skip the
right,
used codes. Yeah.
obviously.
So if we're gonna stay with the twos, there's still three codes left.
Just a really nice shield. What if they had a matching set or something?
John, forgive me. Hit me with the codes that were
So,
on the shield one more
Real
dangle
quick,
time.
there's 4 missing, so there's a total of 8 per, let's say, good side. So you have 213, 212, 222, and 221, which is the code you initially put in.
Mhm.
Okay. 211 would also be a part of the neutral that hasn't been done. 214, 223, and 224. There are a total of 8
right.
per twist on the left side. So 1 will have 8 total, and 3 will have 8 total. So good and evil will have 8 total as well. So you're looking at a total of 20 more options that you can choose from.
Oh, we're not finishing that today.
Probably not, unless you get extremely lucky
All right,
and just pick a number at random.
I got it. So the last one we did, neutral chaos salad baby. I want evil order salad adult salad
Okay.
mortality.
Yeah.
So that number would be which one?
What are you saying salad for?
Salon.
Blonde.
Oh, salad is just okay. Gotcha.
So what number is that, Bodhi?
So real quick, what are you doing to the mechanism to?
I'm taking off the thing and I'm turning the
We're setting it on the
Dial.
dragon one first, the one that cannot be changed.
Okay, so when you set it on the dragon one, all the other 3 ones pop
resets.
up. Correct.
Okay.
And the
so
dial
we're
the dials
changing
don't move, but the dials are no
Right.
longer locked.
Right. So we can set the dials. First one is good, neutral, evil.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Setting that to evil, which I think is 3. And they
Mhm.
haven't tried any that start with 3.
Correct. They've only tried
Correct.
2s.
They're
Okay.
scared.
So we're doing 3.
Mhm.
The second one was order, which is either 1 or 2.
Order is 1, chaos is 2.
Okay, we're doing 3, 1.
Mm-hmm.
Dragon doesn't change, and adult, which I think is 3.
So baby,
2.
adult, venerable. Yeah, so it'd be 2. 3, 1, 2.
2, sorry. 3, 1, 2.
Cool. The doors, as it resets, shut. The ones that you've already been in. And I will go ahead and seal those real quick. And then you hear on the left side and left side only, 3 evil, 1, okay, and 2. So that would mean, yep. You hear a door open on the left side. It is the one next to the deathly trap. And there are no doors on the other side that open.
All
Okay,
right.
so I'll poke my head in there.
I'll stand behind you.
When you check,
Where is my token? Oh, okay, everybody's piled on top of me.
as,
Zach Bodie.
as you look in through the store, there's kind of a warm air that's kind of passing through.
It's not a bad thing. I'm going to oh so gingerly step through the threshold and clench everything.
You would see that directly ahead of you, there's kind of like an angle that kind of shifts to the left. And go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Perception. Nine.
It's kind of dark in here. You're still relying on dark vision, and it's just
I have been carrying the ever burning torch.
well, you've got the dark. The shadows are playing.
It's still yeah. I
You're
get
not
sorry.
you're not doing great on the seeing. So if you want to progress, you can.
I'm gonna cast guidance on myself and take another very delicate, concerted step.
Could I take a gander past him?
You sure can. Yeah, if you want to kind of grab a hold of Bodhi as he's kind of cautiously, not
Hold
sure,
on.
trepidatiously moving forward, you certainly can. That's fine.
I've got a collar.
18.
There is a panel which you can kind of see on the ground, and it looks like the walls and the ceiling share the same affecture. There's a slight indentation of maybe like a half an inch, basically around the hallway. And it's a minor thing, but something you pick up with that 18. It almost looks like there's charring along the lines of it. That make sense?
Like an elevator straight to hell.
Yeah, maybe.
Don't step on that one or through it.
I don't really have anything that I think would trigger it without stepping into it.
How many uses of your teleport do you have?
My teleport? For just me?
Or a teleport?
I could get myself through there, I could get 2 people through there.
So you can get one person through it and one person back.
It's gonna suck. I'm gonna Misty Step my way to the very corner.
Okay. Go ahead and move yourself there. You see that as you kind of come around the corner, you would see that the path continues at a jaunty angle.
I'm going to move up to the elevator.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna peek around this corner just to see what I can see.
Looks like it jaunts down to the south again.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Anything?
Nothing great. Nothing concrete. I'm scanning for more of that scorching and shapes
Since you have an idea of what you're looking for,
that might kill me.
go ahead and make a perception check with advantage. Yeah,
16.
So you would see that the very next kind of step up ahead there, around the corner, is yet another weird marker.
I'm gonna toss a dagger at that square.
It hits.
Does nothing.
Yeah, but remember, this kind of implementation didn't trigger the spike traps upstairs, so.
It's stressful. Yeah, approach it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm awful sure this would kill me.
But then you get to be a cool ghost.
I do get to be a cool ghost, but I
Ghosts don't trigger traps.
don't like being a ghost all the time.
Technically, they're not corporeal, so maybe not.
It makes me very sad to be a ghost.
But you're so damn good at it.
You've done it so much.
I have done it a lot.
I think you and Chody are the only ones who really have.
Yeah. Oh, this better pay off. I'm gonna Misty Step past this one too.
Okay. On the left side, you'll see that there's a door. It is also opened. And if you want to go ahead and pass through, it doesn't look like there's any crazy traps. Inside of this room, at the base here at the bottom, you get a scent. It smells a lot like that one chamber, the gassy kind of smell. You see that there is a lit sconce, but it looks like the torch that's set inside is a bit different than the ones you saw before. Still has the weird nails through it. It doesn't look like it's made out of like whatever the older ones were made out of. It looks like it's made out of metal, possibly adamantine. It's kind of dark in color, or just really burned metal. And there appears to be like a long shaft of it, like it's one long shaft that goes straight into the wall. And there is another door in this space. It would be here, but it is shut. And then as you come around in this space as well, you see that there's yet another door, and it is here, and it too is shut.
This is a pickle. I shouldn't be by myself.
Mm-hmm.
That torch is peculiar. Can I take it?
No, it is in the wall. It is
Why is
there.
it special?
So it looks like there's something behind the wall that it's connected to. And if you want to just do a quick Arcana roll, you can do it untrained. It's fine.
Okay. 8.
You don't know what this could mean. You have no idea. It's
Yeah.
definitely beyond your ability.
Beats me. Well, shit, I like going left, so I guess I'll try to pry open this first door.
Yep, they don't move.
They don't move? Neither of them?
Yep.
Shit, this place. I don't know how to get back. How far can I see down that hallway?
I can see you from my square.
Whatever you can see, you can see.
I'm gonna yell for Uther to take a nice, good step back.
And Missy step to his position.
And I'm out of, well. Yes, I'm
Poof.
out of sorcery points now, and that was my last Misty Step.
Poof. You appear on the other side.
Oh, that didn't work. That didn't work.
All right.
Anybody else wants to try any combos? We
There's
got
a-
20 minutes in.
Weird torch and an open door, or not an open door?
There was an open door to a weird torch, and then 2 closed doors that I couldn't open.
Somebody write that down. I have a feeling we have to come back to this one. Somebody has to stay behind. Lock us in there.
Alright, well, I'm leaving this hallway. Somebody else could try the next puzzle.
Okay, I got you.
That
guys.
was
Let me work.
scarier, Neil.
All right, I'm gonna do 1 for good, right? And then 1 for order,
Mhm.
and then 4 for death.
Okay. So this one's easy.
Easy because
We
it's the
die.
way through.
Door shuts behind, of course, and you'd actually hear it enough. Those who are audibly kind of sensitive would note that the door that was down the hall would have closed first, and then the door that was in front of you closed second. So it was like a click from a distance, and then. But as these are placed in the hole is done, the door where the shield was found it opens up. And you would hear it open and one more click open up as well.
The door that was in the shield area. Voice.
And if you head into the shield area room, you would see that beyond the chains, the shackles, there is a door that is open. To beyond it, a light that's glowing.
No.
Make a dexterity saving throw, Ezekiel.
Okay. 14.
Yep, not successful. Like Mario, the chompy ball things, the
Game
shackles shoot up and grab a hold of Ezekiel's wrists and lock him in place in the middle of the room.
Oh no.
Well, that's not good. Nothing breaks adamantium. How are these attached to the wall?
Pretty firmly, but they're not like inside of it. It looks like there are kind of metal plates that have been kind of set
Anchored
into the
in.
walls and anchored in with bolts. Probably like 4 bolts slammed in.
Well,
What's your safe word?
The manacles
Making that good.
the manacles themselves do appear to have keyholes.
are all the chains occupied with Ezekiel?
Yeah, both of them shot out and grabbed a hold of his wrists.
Okay, there were
So
only two. Got
he's
it.
kind of like outstretched hands. His legs are still maneuverable, but they aren't like the chains aren't taut. They fly up and catch him, and then kind of drop down and slack. So he can kind of move in the room a little bit, but he can't leave it.
Like the scene from Three Amigos.
Yeah, like the scene from Three Amigos.
But there's no more manacles. Is what we're saying.
Yes.
Well, they're no longer just sitting there present. They're now shot up.
Right. The rest of us are safe.
Okay. Don't worry,
he
Ezekiel. I'll
has
find you.
occupied the two.
Find a
I
key.
took the
It's
hit for you guys.
probably
Don't
over
worry
here.
about it.
Rolling Rock, as you pass by Ezekiel and kind of move in, you see that there's a brazier that's kind of glowing brighter now at this time, and it does look like it's slotted into the wall. The fire seems to be kind of growing in size exponentially, not like super massive, but slowly kind of growing. Probably in like a minute span, if you do spend that long, it probably doubles in size.
Does it smell gassy in here?
Oh yeah.
Oh, jeez. Make a
Ezekiel.
quick scan of this area, looking for key or anything.
No key present in here. If you come around this space, you would see that there's a door here to the north, there's a door here to the north, and there's a door around the corner.
Hold on, I went around the corner. I will attempt to open that one.
None of the doors open.
Oh, shoot. Are they
And-
similar to the other doors where they're like those jail cells where you can't, just can't do it from this?
No, they're very similar to all the doors you've encountered in this specific level. And yeah, the fire at this point has kind of come to a heat that it's actually causing, if you're a sweating type, it's probably that kind of uncomfortable.
Ooh, let's just leave the room then.
What was the code for this?
114.
Okay.
So I don't have a means of getting him out of
I
that.
feel like I could pull the chains out of the wall.
You can attempt to. Go ahead and make a
Oh,
strength,
sorry.
I cast guidance on him.
strength athletics. Roll the d4. Actually, no, not even with advantage. Yeah, nope. Nothing.
Sorry, bud.
I gotta.
Wait, look, he
What
looks
if we
buff as
reset
hell.
the puzzle? What if we reset the puzzle?
I
He would
think
be
it would
locked in
lock
here.
him in this room.
Hold on, sorry, just real quick, just making sure temporally we're making sure everything's happening right. The fire is kind of growing to a
It's
set
gonna
heat.
cook the dog.
It looks like it's actually kind of spitting out now, like not like shooting out into your room or anything, but it's kind of it got to such a point that the thing that was holding the fire is no longer able to, and so like just embers are kind of flying off of the top of it.
Okay, another quick pull. I'm going to aid cast guidance again. If this one doesn't work, we got to cut your hands off.
I do have another spell I could try, but I'll be
Oh my
completely tapped
gosh.
after that.
Okay. So
Not even
No.
with
I think it's
advantage.
gonna work.
Okay, you
All
Thursday.
right,
He was
everybody.
aided.
Since you're staying behind, Bodhi, if you have one more
8.
trick, you can go for
18
it.
plus a D4 is not going to do it.
No.
Okay.
He had a 20.
This is positively horrible.
Oh, 20
Everybody leave the room.
Uther, are you leaving?
If he tells me to, yeah.
Okay. And at this point, Bodhi, you'd be able to see that the fire has kind of risen to such a pitch. It's
Again,
actually kind
between him and the fire.
of shooting up. Okay, are you sure?
Yeah, I'm about to cast a spell.
Okay, what spell you casting?
Thunderstep.
Okay. So you can move one person with you, right?
Yep. He
Okay.
and I are making noise and leaving.
That's fine. What you would realize is that as you're finishing the spell, the fire is now shooting out in such a fashion that it starts to fill that kind of section of the room. And had he been in the shackles before you maneuvered him out, he would have been kind of set in this position where the fire just kind of roiled over him for a very long time. Those of you who are familiar with having been burned alive, Bodhi, you would realize that it would have incinerated him, the heat that was present there. Like it wasn't.
I don't want to see it happen.
It was most likely the dude who had the shield, like the shield was thrown back by the force of the fire, and the only reason the paper wasn't completely cooked was because it was behind the shield that he was kind of trying to hold up and defend himself.
You Bodhi.
All right.
Second podium being on 1 looks
So-
like it's queued to that room.
Bodhi, you thunderstep too, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Both
okay.
of us moved out. I just forgot to move my token.
Fair enough.
I
And
was just getting us outside the door so they could close it.
And almost as if like it's cued and keyed to it, when the shackles hit the ground, when they no longer have an entity in it, the fire stops kind of burning.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, sorry, I gotta hop off a little bit early. She's
No, deal with your baby.
You're good,
Yeah.
man.
It's only 12 more minutes. No worries. I'm gonna quick shift us into 5. Everybody continue doing what you're doing though.
All right, let's do.
Unless you got any ideas, I just want to make sure everybody gets a chance to make a combination.
We could hit it really hard and see what happens. That's usually what I do.
Just pick some numbers, man.
You're like, fuck puzzles. Let's fight the robot again.
Silas, you strike
Yep.
me as a password 111 or 123.
1, 2, 3 would definitely be the one.
Is 123 even available?
It is.
I'll try 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, weird.
It's a 3-digit.
Well, we
but-
would skip the gold salon, so it would be which one is first for Ashtar? Is it good? Good is 1. Chaos is 2, right?
Yep.
And
Good, chaos, venerable.
venerable, right? Good, chaos, venerable.
I have 2 level 1 spell slots. And I hope we go back to the world soon.
We're trying.
So
I
what,
don't like to be a submariner.
what were we doing something with the puzzle or
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3?
Good, chaos, venerable.
Mm-hmm.
1.
Shithead probably should have given us the code.
He doesn't know it. This is his prison. Why?
What a dumb bastard.
Why would he know that? Look,
Been here long enough. Get
it's
the
probably the
numbers in
case
here.
that the people you found corpse-wise were trying to do the same thing. 1, 2, 3. So on the 1 and then the 2 and the 3. So the door that you had
Mr. Owl.
closes, and the door
Really
just north of
appreciated
that
joke.
will
Thank
open.
you.
New murder hole
Oh, I'll go in it. I picked it. Which one is it?
on the right.
One. All right, let's go check
Up
it out.
one.
This was another single door open.
Make a perception check.
Who, me?
Yeah, or the one asking the question. Yeah.
Yeah. 9. I've been doing great today.
So far as you can tell, one door. Yeah. There's no doors on the left side that open though. So
Okay, that's what I meant. Was I didn't see any on the left side.
Jeremy probably already figured this out, but if he hasn't,
really?
Jeremy, have you figured out anything about the specific mechanisming here? Yay or nay?
We need to open them in the right order to go deeper into.
Sure. But specifically about the first side.
The left side.
Yeah, that you've activated 1, 2s, and 3s. There's something that was very subtle that was there that you may not have. Okay, everybody, just make a perception or an intelligence
Is
roll.
left side only evens?
Go for a intelligence roll.
Intelligence.
Everybody's super smart today, so I'm going to give it to you for free.
Yeah, we are.
Except
As
for
a unit, as a team, we're
As a
goddamn it,
team.
nobody said a goddamn word. I'm so smart.
one opens good
Kill you all.
on a Variu, or not a Variu. I'm sorry, on an Ashtar opens the right side doors. 2 opens both sides, but seems to only allow for access to the first chambers.
Level.
And then 3 opens doors on the left side. What 2 and 3, or what Atavius and Allowain do for certain, you're not sure, other than there are 4 doors on either side, so that might have something to do with that.
3, 2, 4 would open.
Well, we're already here, so
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. This door's opened.
What's that black square?
So you look and you see there's a pit. It's very similar to the pit that you saw on the floor above.
Magical darkness pit.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go in there.
Tired of all your magical darkness.
Yeah, I know.
Should be in the ocean.
The other thing you would note as you're kind of entering the space is the walls have the same slickness as the trap room.
Don't go too far. Well, that goes around the corner too. I can't
Chucky
walk.
doesn't
I
have his
can't walk
tail.
on the walls here.
Well, if there's nothing in here, I don't see anything. I'd probably turn around and go back out.
It bends around the corner.
Where's it bend? It doesn't. There?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I don't even have a tail to hold on to anything.
Is there any allusion to the pit at all?
Yeah, so it has, like, if you kind of look, from this distance, it does look like it's magical blackness. So there's probably a depth that you're not aware of.
But it is just a 5-foot hole.
Yeah, if you want to get closer to it, you can kind of suss out a bit more about it.
Oh,
Got that rope.
It has
of them.
it has a sound like a washing machine.
It is only that 5-foot space, though.
Yeah, so it's just a straight drop into darkness, and it's got like a sound that's coming out of it like a washing machine. As you kind of take to this space, though, you would see that the landing directly in front of you has the slickness.
To knock you into one or the other. So it looks like the space below
basically,
it is also a pit.
Yeah, if you run and jump or just jump across, you'd flip and fall into one of the two.
Glad you said that because I was about to jump over it.
I was hoping you said it with a bit more like ferocity, straightforward, because that shit would have been hilarious.
Then there's a third pit and another landing.
Yeah.
Do they all appear to be shiny?
If you kind of lean in a little bit, you would see that the final landing also seems to be shiny. This is
all pitfalls.
It's a treacherous path, to be sure.
How long is the rope you got?
50 feet. But I have nothing to cling to set my feet.
Right.
I can hold myself at the door, wrap it around my waist, and
No, there's nothing to land on, to set my feet and change my angle. I can't stick to anything, and I can't stand on anything in the room. The ceiling's also shiny.
Yeah.
I can't see anywhere it bends anywhere else.
You're just in the garbage chute.
If you had to venture a guess, it's probably a mirror of the chamber on the opposite side. with the weird burn mark rooms. So it's probably angle
That
and
one
then
was a
angle.
dead end.
Yeah, but it's two turns is what I'm saying.
And then it goes to a door area.
Probably. And if you had to venture a guess again, you were hanging out with Ezekiel and Chains, so there were two doors or a number of doors over there. So your presumption is that this leads into that same burning room.
Okay, I see. Yeah, let's go back and reset it.
All right. What's the number count?
What number are we doing this time? Stu.
Jeremy, you had one a second ago.
Yeah, I think it was 324. So all doors, both sides, 4 doors.
So would that be
Fourth door.
evil, chaos, death?
Was that what we sussed out?
So if you use 3, I'm just telling you what you've learned with 3. 3 will put you on the left side.
Or sorry, 2. So yeah, both sides.
But putting it on 2 seems to only open the first doors. Doesn't open all of them.
First chamber of both doors.
First chamber of both sides. Yeah.
Okay, both sides. Yeah.
And it seems like the 1 through 4 is actually determining which door is opened. And it's reverse on either side. So it's left to right on both sides.
I thought the intelligence check kind of told us we could open all levels of both sides.
No. So with neutral, with 2, you're just opening the first chamber. For what you've seen, there's like a progression.
Okay.
It's chamber, and then possible exit out.
So 334 would be everything right side assumed.
There's no
3 in the second slot. It would be 3-1 or 3-2. And you've already done 3-1-2, and it didn't lead to a terminus, or it led to a dead end.
324. 324.
3-2-4. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a pretty good stopping point. Actually, as you shift to 3-2-4, the fourth door opens. The same door that you've opened. No, 1. Sorry, reverse. What? So it's at the bottom. So yeah, as you open that door, the leftmost door on the left side, you see glowing eyes and shadowy figures on the opposite side of that door. And that's where we'll end the session for tonight. Pick up next week as you deal with the strangers in the dark. Thanks for watching, and see you then.